this is much more than I expected.
I'm so excited I can't stand it.
Well, welcome everybody to the dedication of the Yorktown Library. So would everybody please rise? We're going to have the York High School ROTC do a flag raising ceremony. Everybody please be seated. So the opening day is almost here. It's been 20 years in the thinking. So I remember Mrs. Knoll and I have been talking about expanding and renovating the Yorktown Library, even as the Tab Library was being built. So I want to give a thank you to a lot of people that are here, and I'll probably miss a lot of people. So I want to thank Mrs. Knoll for being the, as I call her, the patroness of York County Library, and to the Board of Supervisors and to Mr. Morgan for making this event happen. I would like to thank Joe Sisler and everybody from Public Works, especially Dave Lehman, and even Jerry Legg from Ritchie Curbo Construction. And I'd like to thank Paula Court and Terry Hall and Jan Dudley and Greg Smith, and also from my staff, Elizabeth Land and Linda Blanchard, for all of their help in planning the building and the furniture and where to put all the books when we relocate them here. So. And I'm not sure if they're here or not, but I'd also like to thank representatives from the York County Volunteer Association, also known as the Bargain Box, because in 2018 they gave a substantial donation to outfit our children's wing. And speaking of children's wing, it wasn't, it was a little over 100 years ago. It was a novel and revolutionary idea to actually have children in a library. And here we have almost half of our library, new library, dedicated to the children's department. But it wasn't until 1896 that the Pratt Institute Free Library in Brooklyn, when they built their new library, they had this novel and, again, revolutionary idea of we're going to have a children's department. So no public library ever had that. And anyways, today we couldn't imagine a public library without a children's department. I mean, that's part of our bread and butter. Part of Neil's occasional required reading was a book called Palaces for the People, How Social Infrastructure Can Help Fight Inequality, Polarization, and the Decline of Civic Life. And it was written by a sociologist, Eric Kleinenberg. And he really, throughout the book, he talks about public spaces and public infrastructure built by local governments, but he really talks a lot about the public library and how it is, it's a staple for any community. He says that the social infrastructure provides the setting and context for social participation, and the library is among the most critical forms of social infrastructure we have. Libraries are essential not only for a neighborhood's vitality, but also for buffering all kinds of problems, including isolation and loneliness. A public library's extensive programs, organized by professional staff that uphold a commitment to openness and inclusivity, foster social cohesion among clients who might otherwise keep to themselves. So basically, libraries build communities and keep people connected. The core mission of the public library is to help people elevate themselves and improve their situation. And libraries do this principally by providing materials to people of all ages, from all ethnicities, and from all groups. And libraries stand for and exemplify public institutions that, even in an age of division and inequality, serve as bedrocks of civil society. Libraries are the kind of place where ordinary people with different backgrounds, passions, and interests can take part in a living democracy. So finally, I am grateful to be part of York County Public Library and to work for a local government that values and invests in its public libraries. Our Yorktown Library is a palace to the people, and it's definitely a testament to the values and the commitments of our local government. Thank you. And now, Chairman of the Board of Supervisors, Mrs. Knoll.
I hope that's low enough. Kevin and I think alike. And some of the things he said, I'm going to say also. But I have to say how happy we are that Kevin is the head librarian here in York County, the director. We've needed that for quite a while, and when Kevin stepped into the job, you could see things moving. I'd like to thank, as Kevin did, all who have been responsible for this library expansion. My fellow members of the Board of Supervisors, county staff, library staff, and especially the Library Board of Trustees, because they are fulfilling a mission and helping to bring up-to-date library service to this library. I like the quote that Kevin gave the last speech before this one. He said that books build minds, but people build libraries. And that's so very true. Libraries are about so much more than books. They give people a sense of community, as Kevin said. In addition to books, this library will have state-of-the-art technology and staff ready to teach new skills. More space for story time, and that is so very important. I am so glad that this library has increased the amount of space that they have for children's activities. It's a special place where parents bring their children, and hopefully when those children grow up, they too will bring their children to a library when the time comes. There are more meeting rooms and adaptive space for large groups of community interaction and study rooms for small groups. From the opening of York County's first library in 1984 to 1999, when we opened our second library in Tab, to 2023, when this library will officially open. That's 39 years of library service to the community. How very important the library has been in all the lives of people who have grown up here in York County. We've revisited, doubled the size, and vastly improved this Yorktown library and the services that it offers. Libraries are the one facility that all residents can enjoy. And not only residents, this library accepts all people who come by and would like to use a library, and they don't have to pay for it either. It truly embodies that sense of community that we all really want to have. As our population has expanded, so must our services expand. So I hope that York County residents and their friends and the visitors alike will enjoy all the improvements that this library has made to keep up with the times. And hopefully we can all look forward to additional updates to the Tab Library in the future. But one thing at a time, and we're so pleased that this day has finally come. So thank you all for participating, and thank you all for the work that you've done to bring this day to pass.
We're going to have to do an inventory on these. I think these are going to walk away. Thank you all for being here. I think most of the people that have worked on this have been acknowledged by Kevin and Miss Knoll. I just wanted to add a couple points while our Public Works team is putting the plaque up. And that is, it took the discipline and the political will of the Board of Supervisors to find the money to have a real capital improvement plan, and that's what it took to get this job done. It's obviously been a challenging time to build a major facility with all the supply chain issues, certainly the contractor and public works staff and everybody else trying to adjust to that. We really thought we would be comfortably done with this project by now. And I think some of the specialized glass just showed up today. And it won't be too much longer. But we really wanted to have the dedication today. So paraphrasing General Patton when he was referring to Congress and his promotion, they have their schedule and we have ours. So what we're going to do now is we're going to first ask the Board of Supervisors to come and line up along with Kevin and Chairman Knoll, grab a mallet, and do a ceremonial tap on the plaque. And then after that, anybody else, particularly the library board, the library staff, Public Works, come on up and line up and take a whack.
Give them a little tap. Perfect.
I can't wait for the actual community opening and celebration because they've got so many plans in the works for it.
As in anything in the county, the people are what makes York County a special place. And the people working here and the people using the library will make this a special place. It's got a great kids area. My kids are going to enjoy it. Hopefully other people's kids will soon find out about the wonderful treasures here.
It's far enough along you don't have to imagine what it's going to be like now. You can see what a quality facility it's going to be. A community like York County should have libraries of this quality.
What's really exciting is how, the lighting and some of the finishing allows it to look more modern, but we still maintained the feel of the old Yorktown. I personally am most excited about our sort of makerspace technology room because we're going to have all these 3D printers and laser cutters and opportunities for really growing the science, technology, engineering, and math knowledge of our community for all ages.
When it opens, I want everybody to come and share it with us and have a grand tour of the library because it's really going to be something else.